So a question like this will be on the quiz and on the test. So make sure you know how to do this. Okay? So I give you a graph and I ask you to state the key features of the graph. Okay? So you're going to state the zeros for me. So if I'm going to zoom in. So if you're looking at the zeros here, your zeros are right here and right here. Okay? So it's at -1 and 5. So how do you write zeros? You write them as x equals to -1 and 5. Or you can pick the other one, or you can write them as -1, 0 and 5, 0. Okay? So you can pick which method you want to use. You just have to write one of them. Okay? I have to show you both. You have to write one of the methods. Okay? What would be your y-intercept for this? -2. So how would I write that? Y equal -2. Or I can write it as 0, -2. Where is your vertex? What is it? X first. What's the x? 2, -4. So when you're writing your vertex, you have to be careful. X goes first, y goes second. Okay? So it's -2, 2, -4. So what would be your axis of symmetry? X equals notation, notation, notation. Okay? Your axis of symmetry is x equals 2. So this is your axis of symmetry. What's your optimal value? Y equals -4. And then you're going to have to say it's a max or min. So you're going to have to include if it's a max or a min. Okay? So you're going to say it's y equals -4, and then it's a min. Or you can write minimum at y equals -4, whatever you want. Okay? Are you okay with this? Okay. So, the next question. Looks like you guys are doing the next one. So I will write it down so you can check your work while you're doing this. Okay, this is what you should have. All right. Can I have your attention here? So for the example 2 that we're going to see on the next one, is to state the transformation and graph. Okay? You're going to see this question coming up too often. State the transformation and then graph. Okay? State the transformation, that means you have to tell me what's happening to your graph. So, here are your 2 questions. The first one is y equal -2x squared. So what kind of transformation do you have? What does the negative do to your graph? So we call that what? Reflection. So first I have a reflection. What does the 2 do to your graph? Vertical stretch. The way you're going to write this, now all what I need from you is technically vertical stretch, but if you want to go a little bit beyond, you can say vertical stretch by a factor of 2. Okay? So, but all what I need from you is vertical stretch. Anyone doesn't understand why it's a vertical stretch? Do we understand why we call this a vertical stretch? Because this 2 is greater than 1. Okay? So vertical stretch, and then you can go beyond and say by a factor of 2. In order to graph this, I'm going to have to use my step pattern. Okay? So, can I just have your attention here? Put your phones away. Put everything away. Just pay attention to me, please. What would be your vertex here? Did my vertex change for any of the previous ones? What was the vertex for all of them? 0, 0. So does this A value change your vertex? No. So that means my vertex here is 0, 0. So the first thing I'm going to have to do to be able to graph this is I'm going to have to locate my vertex, which is 0, 0. What's your regular step pattern? What's your regular step pattern? So if I go back here, what was my step pattern? 1, 3, 5, right? So 1, 3, 5 is my step pattern. Okay? Now, when I have the A value, my step pattern is going to be multiplied by that A value. Eyes on me, please. Very important. So, the step pattern is A times 1, 3, 5, which tells me that my A is negative 2. So it's negative 2 times 1, 3, 5. So what is that? That's negative 2, negative 6, negative 10. Okay? So instead of going up over 1, up 1 over 1, up 3 over 1, up 5 over 1, what am I doing here? I'm going down how much? 2 over 1. I'm going down 6 over 1. I'm going down 10 over 1. Okay? So you see that this here, the A value, okay, made me go, number one, made me go down because I have a reflection, but also it stretched it. So instead of going down 1, I'm going down 2. Okay? So let's look at how this is going to look on my graph. So if I have this, my vertex is going to be right here. Okay, so my vertex is going to be at 0. And I have to go down 2 over 1. Okay, so you see where my point is right now? Down 2 over 1 to the other side. Okay? Now, how many do I need to go from this point? How many down do I need to go from this point? How many do I need to go down from this point? 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1, right? I can erase this. I don't need all of this. This is just for you to know how many I went down, okay? So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1. Same with this point. I have to go down 6 over 1. So if you see here, this is my parabola. Can I go down 10 for the next one? It doesn't fit, right? I can go down 10 over 1, but it doesn't fit. So I'm okay to stop here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. That's all what I need. Okay? I'm going to stop right here right now. Okay? Make sure that you understand that your step pattern is A times 135. Okay? Because that's going to help you graph. Make sure you understand that you're starting at the vertex and then you're following your step pattern. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Okay? Because I need you to be awake and focused for this one.